Hello, Sydney. Welcome home. Here's a preview of the new trailer for Scream 2022. Surprise, Sydney. Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Matt here. So, today we're going to talk about Scream, the new Scream movie that's coming out in January. They dropped the trailer yesterday, and I've been waiting for this trailer just like The Matrix, Resurrections, and Spider-Man. Now we got Scream. This Saturday we're getting a new Batman trailer for The Batman starring Robert Pattinson. So for me, being the movie guy, this is a good week. The week of my birthday, we get a Scream trailer, a Batman trailer, a Halloween movie, Michael Myers returning, and You Season 3 begins on Friday. Come on, it's like present after present after present. I mean, the only thing left would be to get an email saying, hey, we want to set up an interview for one of the many film jobs I applied for. That would be nice. But let's get into it. We're getting into Scream 2022. Now let's get into the title for a minute here. Scream. That's the same title as the original movie. Seen by Woodsboro High School. 1996 is when the original movie came out. Thank you to my friend Reese for getting me this. Appreciate it. So why are they just calling it Scream and not Scream 5? Like all the other Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4. Well, if you know anything about the Scream franchise, it normally goes with trends. Especially in the horror genre. You know, what can we commentate on? What is the more recent stuff that's been going on? And let's say since the last Scream movie came out 10 years ago, now they got 10 years worth of horror movies to look at and go, what has been the trend? What has been the commentary? What have we been seeing? And the name of the movie Scream is not different than the recent Halloween movie that came out in 2018, was just called Halloween, just like the original Halloween. Then this August, you had Candyman, once again the same title as the original Candyman. So it's not that surprising to have the title Scream. Because obviously it's not a reboot, because you still got the original three back. They're still where they are in their lives. You got a character from Scream 4, Mary Shelton, playing Judy Hicks, returning. So I think it's going to be like what we've been seeing from Halloween and Candyman, where it is still continuing where we left off after Scream 4, but once again introducing new characters, and we're going to mix things up, change things around a little bit, and now let's get into the trailer itself. So we open with Jenna Ortega playing Tara Carpenter. Yes, Carpenter. Obviously using the name Carpenter from John Carpenter, the director of the Halloween movie, the original Halloween. We've seen this before in Scream. Scream is very much ode, a nod, a dedication to Halloween. Not just the slashing part, but just, like I said, you got the main character in there, Sidney Prescott's boyfriend, her boyfriend's character's name is Billy Loomis. Loomis being the name of Dr. Loomis in Halloween, the psychiatrist doctor who watches Michael Myers and hunts him down in every other Halloween movie. So now we got Carpenter, once again an ode to John Carpenter. We open with a very similar scene from the original Halloween with Drew Barrymore on the phone talking to Ghostface. I really like this opening. Now, people think this is going to be the opening of the movie. It could be, because it's so similar to the Drew Barrymore scene. I love the use of technology that they're using here with the automatic locking the door, unlocking the door from the phone. I mean, I have that in my house. You just get on the phone and unlock or lock the door from the phone if I want to. So using that technology that is modern, and it made the opening scene of that trailer intense, just for a trailer. Now, like some people think this is going to be the opening of the movie. There's some people that, no, this would be maybe the first act, maybe at the end of the first act this happens. I would say if they do open this in the opening of the movie, it would be bold because I don't, this will be the first Scream movie where the opening person doesn't get killed. She actually survives the attack. That would be a first for the franchise. Something new for the new directors here who did the movie Ready or Not. They already changed the game right then and there. Then we get the original trio. We see Dewey calling Sidney. And I love the line from Sidney Prescott. Dewey says, "Do you have a gun?" And I love Sidney Prescott's line, "I'm Sidney Prescott. Of course I have a gun." It's like, no shit. She's been through 4 of these movies. If she doesn't have a gun by now, on her at all times, then what the fuck are you doing? Let's get into... So like that, we got Mary Shelton back as Judy Hicks. She was in Scream 4. This time she is the deputy of Woodsboro. Dewey is retired. She also has a son in this movie, Wes Hicks, played by Dylan Minnette. Now, once again, Wes Hicks, Wes as in Wes Craven. Wes Craven died back in 2015. He directed all the other Scream movies. So it's like an ode to him. They have one of the characters named Wes. I like that. One thing I really noticed in this trailer is the trailer, at least coming from the trailer, we haven't seen the whole movie, it's very violent. I'm surprised how violent this trailer is. Now, of course, the Scream movies have violence, stabbing, killing. But what I noticed in this trailer is, yeah, there's stabbing and killing, but there's also other things that this Ghostface does that is different from the previous. Like, there's a scene where someone's lit on fire. Never seen Ghostface light someone on fire. There's a scene where he stomps on someone's leg and breaks it. Never really seen him do that before. And something about this trailer just seemed more brutal than previous Screams. This one really didn't show any of the comedy. That Scream is also known for the horror and the comedy blended into one. So I don't know, maybe they'll save that for another trailer. But I found that interesting that this trailer shows the more brutality of this new Ghostface. That might be cool. Let me see. I like it. It seems like the focus is not going to be on Sidney this time, which is good. We've had 4 movies with Sidney Prescott. You don't need to focus it all on her. And once again, I like how this one, at least from the trailer, it doesn't seem like Ghostface is after her. It looks like Ghostface has a new motive. And Sidney just gets dragged into it because she wants to help these new characters. And once again, help find the killer. Who the killer is. I like Dewey in this trailer. He's older, he got the gray facial hair, he looks like he's more, unlike the goofy Dewey we've seen in the previous movies, this seems more like a more mature, well-seasoned, tired of the bullshit, I've had enough, Dewey that we've seen before. Gail, Courtney Cox, He's being Gale, like always. Um, Also heard rumors that Sydney is married and has 2 kids in this one. Um, if she's married, I hope she's married to Patrick Dempsey's character, Detective Kincaid from Scream 3. They have some good chemistry. I know Nev Campbell has been on Grey's Anatomy playing Derek Shepard's, Patrick Dempsey's character, Derek Shepard's, one of his sisters on Grey's Anatomy. So they do have I guess, a good relationship off screen. So I would think that would be fun to see Patrick Dempsey show up, even if it's just like for one scene, just to tie it all together. What else? You're not. Like I said, the director is the director of Ready or Not. I like Ready or Not. If you've never seen Ready or Not, I highly recommend it, especially right now in October. A good horror film, but also has comedy in it. That's why these directors are like the perfect directors for a Scream movie. What else? Oh yeah, let me get into. Oh yeah, Sue's house. Now, Sue is Sue Schumacher, played by Matthew Lillard in the original Scream. And I remember watching or seeing behind the scenes photos of the making of this Scream movie and them showing the Sue's house. And I'm thinking, oh boy. And there's 2 shots in the trailer. Here's one with one of the new characters, Melissa Barrera, playing Sarah Carpenter. She's playing the older sister of Jenna Ortega's character, Sarah Carpenter. And if you look, she's in the doorway or in the hallway inside of the Sue house. Now there's theories that obviously there's going to be the party at the house, like in the 3rd act of the original movie. I even have a theory. This is just my theory. It's been 25 years since the original Scream movie came out. This year's the 25th anniversary. You know, it's been 25 years. If they are going with the in normal timeline concern, like time in the movie and our time now, 25 years later, it's not that crazy to think that someone moved into the Sue house by now, 25 years later. So there is a possibility that Sarah and Tara Carpenter, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega are living in Sue's house. That would be wild, but also realistic. People have moved into houses that were haunted before, that had murders happen in them. So, I mean, the house price was like very low, but that is a possibility. I think that would actually be a good reason for them to have the Sue house in this one. I love seeing Sidney Prescott going into the house 25 years later since the original. That's going to obviously bring some callbacks and some memory for Sidney when she enters the house again. Let me see what else. Oh yes. So, I also like how this is shot. Some of the shot combinations are really good. There's a shot with the shadow of Ghostface, kind of like with his arms out. You see the knife in his hand. And there's just a shadow on a wall outside. And I love it. Look, like someone pointed out, it's like he's the composer, orchestrating this whole thing. And it's actually pretty cool if you think about it like that. And now let's get to the end of the trailer. The ending of the trailer, we see a lot of kills, people getting lit on fire, people breaking bones. There's a hospital scene. And now, we see Sydney enter the house in the trailer, and Ghostface comes out and goes, "Hello, Sydney. It's an honor." Now, let me say, I have a theory. About 11:30 last night, I woke up and I was like, "Oh my god, what if?" And this is my theory. The killer is not after Sydney, at least that we know of at the time. But once again, let's say Sarah and Tara Carpenter live in the Sue's house, okay? Now this killer is not after Sydney, let me repeat that. This killer is after these new characters. Why? We don't know. Well, maybe he still wanted to get Sydney back to Woodsboro. Now, why would he want to do that? I have a theory. This is my theory. This. Why is it when Ghostface sees Sydney, he doesn't say the normal "Welcome home, Sydney." It's been a while, whatever. And if you see the poster for this movie, it says, "It's always someone you know." The killer is always someone you know. So, let me go back. The killer says, "Hello, Sydney. It's an honor." In Sue's house. Now, there's a theory that it actually is going to be Sue. There was a plot for Scream 3, the original plot was going to be Sue is still alive and orchestrating these kills in the third movie. But because of Columbine, they said, "No, we can't kill teenagers, too violent." So they went with the half-brother, Sidney Prescott's mom. Maureen Prescott was an actress in Hollywood, fooled around with an actor, had a kid, left him, didn't want anything to do with him, so the kid took out his revenge. And that's how this whole Scream 1, 2, and 3 was all about. But there's a line in the trailer, in the middle of the trailer, that is very, very, very important. It's a line that is the best line in the trailer. One of the new characters says, "The attacks were on people related to the original killers." Let me repeat that. The attacks were on people related to the original killers. This movie is called Scream, and the original movie was called Scream, and the original killers were Millie and Sue. Millie and Sue. Now, let me go even further. One of the characters, Judy Hicks, played by Mary Shelton, was in Scream 4. And there is a scene in Scream 4 where Mary Shelton looks at Sidney Prescott and she says to her, "You don't remember me. I was Tiger Lily in the play in high school." Remember, Sidney Prescott was an actress in high school and in college. Mary Shelton went to high school with Sidney Prescott. Just wait. Judy Hicks has a 17-year-old played by Dylan Minnette named Wes Hicks. You might see where I'm going with this. And Judy Hicks hooked up in high school with Sue Mocker. We know he fooled around with other women. They bring that out in the first Scream movie. Now here's my theory. It might be completely off, but if it's completely right, come January, oh boy. Judy and Sue hooked up in high school. Judy, 17 and pregnant, ended up getting pregnant from Sue. But Judy finds out on the news Sue was one of the killers in all these murders. So Judy doesn't tell anyone that the baby is Sue Mocker's. 17 years later, so Judy has a one-night stand with Sue, and Sue is dead because Judy finds out he's one of the killers that killed all those people in the first movie. So she doesn't want to tell anyone, oh yeah, it's the dude that, I hooked up with the dude that's been killing people all the time. So she keeps it hush hush. Doesn't talk about it, doesn't do anything. I mean, we don't technically know when this movie takes place. So let me bring that up. So, that's why this is just a theory. What if Wes Hicks thinks, oh yeah, my dad ran out on me when I was young, and and then it comes out that, no, your father was Sue Mocker. Sidney Prescott killed your father. So, he also realized that the Carpenters, Tara and Sarah, are living in his father's old house, the Sue house. And that all sets him off. Because Sarah, as we see in the trailer, when she sees Sidney, she goes, oh, I know you. I know all about you. So, Wes starts killing people. Now, the only reason this might not be the case is because I don't think they would make the killer a name after Wes Hicks, aka Wes Craven, to honor the director. That would be kind of bad. It would be bad taste. But who knows, maybe. Well, hold on. So, Wes starts killing people in order, knowing that if he kills enough people, somebody's going to tell Sidney, and Sidney's going to come back to Woodsboro. And sure enough, that way when they're in this new house, and he says, it's an honor, what he's really saying is, it's an honor to me to have you here in the same house that was my father's, that you killed, just right over there in the living room. And now it's an honor for me to finish the job that he couldn't do. I might be way off on this. But when you have a line that says, the attacks were on people related to the original killers, Billy and Sue, that means one of these kids is a descendant, a bloodline of either Billy or Sue. Hence the title, Scream. Which also is probably a red herring that there are two killers in this one. Most of them have two killers. The only one that did not have two killers was Scream 3. So, there is a possibility that, I mean, it could be even crazier that it would be Judy Hicks. And even crazier, Sue is alive. And it's Sue and Judy killing these people to lure Sidney back. I mean, but it's once again, the attacks were on people related to the original killers. That should not be taken, that should not be thrown away. That is a major, major piece to this puzzle in trying to figure out who the killers are. related to the original killers. Now, I've already watched some videos where people said, are they just talking about the original movie, or are they talking about the original trilogy? The original trilogy, you got Mickey from Scream 2, played by Timothy Olyphant. I mean, he could have fooled around in college and got someone pregnant, and, that would probably even actually add closer to a timeline if you have a 17-year-old. There's that. I don't think it's, Sidney's half-brother from Scream 3, that would be way off, in my opinion. And in Scream 4, it can't be anyone from them, because they were in high school. I mean, it could be, but it's the original killers, and this movie is titled Scream. Now, I've also heard a rumor that, Randy from the first two movies, we saw his sister in Scream 3, played by Heather Mazziaro, the girl from the Princess Diaries. Watch my talk show. Shut up and listen. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, she is returning in this movie. She was on set of the movie during filming. She posted an Instagram photo of her with the cast of the new Scream, saying, "I'm back." So, she's back. She could be the opening kill for all we know. She could be the one that leads Sidney back to Woodsboro. Randy's sister gets killed. And going back to that original line, the attacks were on people related to the original killers. The original killers hated Randy Meeks. So wouldn't it be interesting that one of the descendants of Millie or Stu is now kills Randy's sister? Interesting. Anyway, that is just a theory that maybe Wes Hicks is somehow related to Millie and Stu, and he is trying to get one of them. Well, once again, that's the great thing about Scream. You really never know until the end, or the third act, who the killer is. They keep giving you ideas and possible red herrings, but it's never, until they take off the mask, you never know. Hey, for all we know, one of the three trios can be the killers. Maybe it's Dewey. That'd be really messed up, but that would be cool, in some ways, if they handle it right. So, modern technology, so, that's all for now. I'm looking forward to Scream in January. I kind of don't want another trailer, because I thought this trailer was really well done, and I don't want anything to be spoiled. But I thought it was interesting. There was really no comedy in the trailer. Nothing on the state of horror other than the title and the use of, modern technology. So we'll see. But once again, when you watch the trailer again, remember that line, the original killers. So maybe we will see Matthew Lillard show up. That would be interesting. That would be a nice surprise. That's when they can use the line, "Surprise Sidney." It's me, Stu. 25 years later. Anyway, Matt the Bat here. Look forward to this coming weekend. You got the Batman trailer on Saturday. So Matt the Bat is going to do a trailer discussion on the new Batman trailer. So look for that. Probably on Sunday. Trailer dropped on Saturday. I'll have to watch the trailer a couple of times to get my ideas and thoughts out there. But anyway, go watch the Scream trailer. Let me know what you think. And once again, hello, Sydney. Welcome home.